Now let's explain this one. Power button live testing machine. Introduction to the external structure of RS-8330A and operating instructions. First, let's take a look at the appearance of the device. The equipment has a total of 5 stations. Each station is independently controlled. Each cylinder all can be set independently. From left to right are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. Look ahead again. In the front here is our power button. This is the emergency stop button. This is our touch screen. Control panel. Take a look at the side. This is our air pressure regulator. When we test, you can adjust the air pressure to the maximum. Next to this is an indicator light for our power supply. Below the power cord, this is the wiring port for the sensor. There is a 232 port. We are equipped with a sensor. This sensor is convenient for calibrating the cylinder force value. During the test, be sure to connect the connector of the sensor. Now we perform a power supply operation. First, after we plug in the power, turn the power indicator and press the power button. If the emergency stop is in a closed state, we are going to do a spin. Turn on the emergency stop. After normal power on, there will be a power indicator on the screen. Then there will also be an indicator light here. Now we get into the software system. We can do it here. A choice of languages. You can choose Chinese or English. Let's take Chinese as an example. Enter the test. First, let's take a look at the current interface. In the current interface, we can see current set number of times, measured times, strike frequency. Then the following is the clearing action. The main purpose of clearing is to clear the measured number of reset. If it is below, start the launch test, stop testing. Here is a set force value and a real-time force display. Then the real-time force value display. It was collected through this sensor. When it is necessary for, you can put this end of the sensor, place it under our cylinder, perform a strike action. At this time, our force value, because of it's a proportional solenoid, there will be a correction process. Correction. We can control the amount of intake pressure to control the impact force of the cylinder. First, let's take a look. What is the situation on a vacant start? Then after station A is started, we see it as a click action. This is mainly to make a fixed point. To press the button for closing earphones. We have a test head, arc head with diameter of 3 mm. To run a click test, we can mount it on a test rod. After tight, you can pass these two to perform a fixed action to prevent it from falling off after running for a long time. Now let's click on the boot again. Let's have a look at the test results. Then if I'm going to use a little force, we can put this sensor. Place it directly below for a blow. Then be sure to pay attention because of the cylinder. It's telescopic formation, so when we placed it, it must be within the effective strike range of the cylinder to test the force value, and not above the stage. The detection head and my sensor head are not in. At this time, We can also make editing. This is wrong. Then take a look at the internal parameter settings. It is the current mirror number of time. The current test frequency is 66.6 times 5 minutes. This is us pressing stop. This force clearing is to clear the current real-time force value. Let's look at the multi-stage again. Multi-stage means we can divide into different forces to hit. That is, we can break it in. If it is set like this, we can understand that the first paragraph is to hit 10 and force. The set number of times is once. Then it can also be changed to 10 times. If it has been tested, it can also be cleared. The second section is the force to hit 15 cattle. We change it to 10 times. The third section is a 20 and force strike 10 times. Well, like this setting. That is, I hit the sample with a 10 and hit force 10 blows. Then switch to the next section. 15 and force. 15 and force to hit the sample. Strike 10 times. Then switch to the third paragraph. Hit the sample with a force of 20. Strike 10 times. Like this, we can choose a station option. Then when we choose station A, off. At this time, our station A, it is in this band to conduct a test. Others do not perform this test. There is also a real-time force value below, and a peak force value. The force value is cleared. When you touch the sensor will record what the current peak is. At this time, the total number of times and the number of times measured. There will be a display here. That's equivalent to a loop setting. Then, let's click Start to take a look. So first of all, it tests the first one. Then let's take a look at this measured number again. Here, it doesn't change with it. So now this is a loop. This is a 3-paragraph finish, only once. Rather than saying, hit once at a time. See this place, this number of times we have to understand. Let's look again. When the fight is over here, this will become 2. There will be a change here. Then move on to the next cycle. It starts counting here again from 0, 10 times. So a counting method for this polyphase. It is different from a single segment counting method. This must be understood. Then when we usually do tests, it is important to note that our sensors. If sensors are necessary, you can put it below for checking. If we don't need it, real-time checking, we can move the sensor to the side. In case the sensor collides with the top, or rather, interfere with one of your test spaces. This is a convenient button instruction testing machine. That's it.